Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, woo, god damn, productive night. I hope you had a great day overall, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We're gonna be speaking about Tito Mercado leaving Matchroom Boxing and exploring free agency. We're gonna be speaking about the back and forth that Rolly Romero and Devin Haney have been having, heated exchange over money, and then we're gonna get into some open boxing topics. But before we get into all of that, if y'all can please hit the like button on the way in, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into 3,400 mark, looking to crack that 3,500 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? I was supposed to go live last night, y'all, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I gotta start prioritizing my sleep, man. Just felt very drained, very exhausted. So I decided to, what I was gonna do initially was go on live earlier today, but I just got me a new car. You know what I mean? And I had to do with the titles and the transfers and calling the insurance companies and all of that shit, man. That took up my whole morning. So my apologies for that. But we're gonna be back on the ball as always, man. You feel what I'm saying? We in the building. We in the building. I see a few comments so far. Shout out to my boy Tricks with the first comment of the day. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Marissa. Hey, Marissa. I was watching Greg. Hey, yo, Marissa, you know what's so funny? I was watching Greg Hackett's live. Oh, I think I was like half asleep though. I think I like had some, like was falling asleep, and then I heard Greg say, "Are you going to Are you going to Marcus Rosa's studio to do an interview?" It automatically woke me up. I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I see that Marissa has sent Greg Hackett that question, so that shit was just funny as hell. Shout out to Marissa. J Cash, what up? What's going on? What's going on? Shay, what up? Boxer Sparring, what up? He said, "What's good, Mark? Yo, Allentown has a pretty good the zone card. Yeah, that's that Red Owl card. Man, what's crazy is my dad knows the guy who's running that whole Red Owl production. I'm gonna try to see if I could get a commentary opportunity there, man. I heard they've been doing a lot of great stuff over there. Shout out to Red Owl. Yo, Shay, what up? He said, Mark, what's a good running time to know you're fight ready, or do you judge by the sparring rounds? That's actually a good question, man. There's some people who there's some I don't know if a running time is necessarily gonna tell you if you're ready for a fight or not. You know what I mean? Because I know people that jog real slow, but then they could. It's all about how you pace yourself. Are you training how the way you're fighting? You know, if you want to have a high pace, you have to train with a high pace. You know what I mean? You got to hit the bag, at a high pace. You got to shadow box at a high pace. Whatever it is that you feel like is best for your style, or you feel like would be an effective style, in the ring, you need to train that way. You know what I'm saying? So you can't train at a slow pace, shadow box at a slow pace, and then expect to just be like this, intense, high work rate, pressure fighter. It's just not gonna work, man. So it's more than just your running. In all honesty, when I was running, I was doing like a 7.5 minute mile. I wasn't the fastest, wasn't the slowest neither. So what really helped me, in all honesty, though, is sprints. You know what I mean? Definitely get your sprints in order. Make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're sleeping right. You know what I'm saying? Because your recovery is just as important as your training. You know what I mean? And you want to make sure that you're pushing yourself, man. If you're not leaving that gym exhausted, you did not give it your all. And I'm not gonna say you setting yourself up for failure, but you're definitely not pushing yourself to your full potential. I'm gonna just say that. But shout out to my boy Shay. That was a good question. Uh Trick said Greg versus Tim Bradley on brand risk. Yeah, I seen it was going back and forth, man. That's funny, man. Tim Bradley trying to flex on him and shit like that. I think that's corny, to be honest, man. Because Greg just want to rumble. You feel what I'm saying? It's either you with it or you not. You don't got to be like, oh, I'm fighting for millions, man. I'm fighting for Tim. You've been retired since I don't know how long, bro. Ain't nobody offering you no millions to fight right now. You know what I mean? So he didn't know what she was talking about. Yeah. I understand why. But I did reach out to him though. I did reach out to him to talk to him about that. But he said that he had a press conference, so he wasn't able to make it. So I'm gonna try to push that for a different time frame. But that's still in the plans. Don't get it fucked up. Bethaniel, what up, brother? What's going on? What's going on? We about to get into the boxing talk. I'm just saluting everybody in the chat. Boxer Sparring said Danny Garcia was one of the commentators tonight. Puerto Rican kid Perez got upset by a journeyman from Mexicali. Oh, really? Are you talking about? Was his name Angel Perez? He got upset. Angel Perez got upset. I think he's from Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, I believe. Hold on, man. Is that who I? Are you talking about Angel Perez? If that's the case, that's crazy because that kid could fucking fight. Him and his brother, from what I heard. Why is Greg clout chasing on Tim? I highly doubt that it's clout chasing. I think Greg just want to fight. You know what I mean? I think he just want an opportunity to fight somebody notable. You know what I mean? I don't think he like why. If he was clout chasing, you think he would pick Tim to clout chase off of? Like Tim isn't relevant. He's been retired for many years by now. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like if I'm let's say for instance, if I'm clout chasing, like if I'm really looking to get some attention off of somebody's name, I'm gonna do it with somebody who's currently relevant. You know what I mean? Like a Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Jerron Ennis. Whoever is currently available that's like at the top of the boxing world, that's who I would, point at the clout chase off of. Like Dean the Great. You know what I mean? He talks shit about Shakur Stevenson every opportunity he get. Like he know damn well he not in any position. You know what I mean? In any position to he ain't in any position to fight Shakur Stevenson. He knows that don't even make business sense for Shakur to do, but he's doing it just based off of the attention. You know what I'm saying? He said, "I'm gonna tell you why it's cloud chasing. Greg just lost to a tattoo artist." Okay, and Tim Bradley lost his last fight, and I know it was the Pacquiao, but it is what it is. Like, fuck, if he wanna fight a nigga, he wanna fight a nigga. It's like, why not? Greg at this point, I think it's safe to say that he don't give a fuck about his record. You know what I mean? The nigga just won't rumble. So if a professional boxer calls out a professional boxer to fight, why not? That's my whole thing. Because clout chasing to me is like, you don't really have no intention on fighting a nigga. I mean, you just calling him out just to get some attention around your name. Greg would fight that nigga. Trust me. This nigga Greg done fought from 140 to heavyweight. He would fight Greg. So that's not clout chasing. Clout chasing is like, how can I get some attention? How can I get some clicks? How can I get some views? Well, I'm gonna call out Tim Bradley. I know I ain't gonna fight Tim, but I'm gonna just do it just because it's gonna get some, I'm gonna get some attention on my name. No, Greg will really fight that nigga. You know what I mean? It ain't necessarily, I mean, it ain't me really defending Greg. I just feel like he would really rumble him. I really feel like that. I don't think there's many people that Greg wouldn't fight. He's that type of person. Dennis Thompson, yeah, shout out to the DJ, man. Shout out to DJ, man. I heard he got the unanimous decision victory. Yeah, I mean, that's what's up, man. And a couple wins for Boots Promotions. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think Antonio Perez. Wait. Antonio Perez. Hold on, let me take a look at that. Antonio Perez. So it's Angel Perez and it's Antonio Perez. Okay. So that's the other. I think they either twins or they brothers. That's crazy. Abraham Montoya upsetting. Damn. Well, look, man, I don't know nothing about Abraham Montoya. But one thing I can say is that I knew that motherfucker was tough just based off of, his box rec. You know what I mean? This motherfucker done lost 7 times and ain't never been stopped. You know what I mean? It looked like he fought a lot of dogs. Looked like he fought a lot of dogs. See, this is what I say, man. Like, look at the guys that he lost to. He lost to literally every guy that he lost to is undefeated. Every single guy he lost to is undefeated. One, two. Gabriel Flores had one loss, but Gabriel Flores is a notable name. That's somebody that been around the block. Andres Cortez undefeated. Musa Golam, he has one loss. Like he lost to Mark Castro. He wait. This nigga upset Jojo Diaz. He beat Jojo Diaz. This nigga beat Jojo Diaz. That's a fucking tough fight to step into when you only got 11 fights. That's crazy. Wow. That's it, yo, bro. If he got a former world champion on his resume, that's not nobody to be playing with, bro. That's a hell of a step up. Red Eye be matching them motherfuckers tough, don't they? Shit. But it is what it is, man. It wasn't necessarily an upset. When you got an inexperienced, you got an 11-0, but he's inexperienced against a guy with a fighter with a couple L's and shit like that, but fought real dogs. Like, was that really an upset? Because I'm looking at Antonio Perez box rec right now. He ain't fight. I mean, he beat a 16-0, but like besides that, he ain't fight nobody to get ready for somebody like Montoya. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it is what it is. Congratulations to Montoya. I didn't get to see the card. I was with my son. You know what I mean? I've been, I stopped by the gym for my because just for my father to chill with my son for a little bit. We left up out of there. You know what I mean? Came home. We ate real good. We bathed. I had him doing his little educational game, so I wasn't able to watch the fight, unfortunately. Yeah, shout out to Brooke Mullen as well. That's another Boots fighter. My boy Red Rum in the building. He said, yo, what's up, Mark? You heard they saying Regis is injured. Eddie Hearn saying that, but no one is saying what exactly he's injured with. Well, listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of these fighters, when they go into fights, they have injuries. Boxing is a very brutal sport, not only in terms of taking punches, but the things that the body has to go through in order to prepare for war. There's a lot of dudes that come into this ring with bruised ribs, maybe a broken rib, cuts, you know what I'm saying? A fractured nose, all type, a broken wrist, broken knuckle. Like, it's so many things that these fighters jump into the ring with. So that Regis injury, if true, could be just about anything. Swollen, a dislocated shoulder, torn rotator cuff, ankle, Achilles. Listen, I could go on and on. These fighters be injured all the time. Trust me, I was one of them at one point in time. I never felt 100%. And if I did, I kind of got a little nervous because it felt like I probably underprepared, as ironic as that sounds. So, if Regis Prograis is injured, you know what I mean? That's not going to be the first time we hear about that. It's not going to be the last time that we hear about that. But if Regis Prograis is confident in himself enough to go ahead and fight Conor Benn with that injury, that's on him. My whole thing is, that may be something that's being put out publicly right now, but Regis, he can make his own decisions as to whether he wants to stay in the ring or not. If he chooses to get in the ring with Conor Benn and he gets scraped, if he gets fucking put as a result of that injury, that's his fault. That's his fault. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I always say, man. Nobody wants to hear about them excuses after the fight in terms of injuries. Nobody want to hear that shit. If it was really that bad, you should not be rumbling. Simple and plain. You know what I'm saying? Since we talking about Eddie Hearn, though, man, with him having Matchroom and things of that nature, one of his top contenders of his stable has officially moved on from Matchroom Boxing and is looking to go and is currently in free agency. And that happens to be somebody who's been on the channel a couple times, none other than Tito Mercado. Now, let me go ahead and share the screen for the people to see, because this was Tito Mercado's post. And he goes to say, today, I would like to share an important decision that marks a new chapter in my professional journey. I have decided to part ways with Matchroom Boxing. As I reflected on my aspirations and goals in the sport, I felt it was time to explore new avenues to be able to complete what was set out in the sport, which was to make the biggest fights possible and become a world champion. Thank you to all my fans for your support throughout my career. It's go time now, Tito Mercado. Tito Mercado goes on to say anybody can get it. All you so-called top 140 pounders don't run from the smoke now. Hashtag on site Tito Mercado, free agent, all the smoke. Now, this definitely caught me off guard because Tito Mercado hasn't been with Matchroom Boxing that long. So I did not expect him to depart from the promotional company this early. You know what I'm saying? I thought if he were to leave, I was thinking that it was going to be, a few years down the line, or at least have him having like a solid tenure over at the company. However, he feels like it's time to move on right now, and maybe Tito Mercado is already in talks with other promoters in attempts to get something going. I don't know exactly who he goes to. I know a few people that he probably most likely would not be going to, and that'll probably be uh he most we know for sure he's not going to PBC. Like we know that, you know what I mean, they having trouble as it is, and we're gonna talk about that on the live later on. And this really poses a great question as to who Tito Mercado should go to. Now, he's made it clear that his aspirations and goals in the sport are to make the biggest fights possible and obviously become a world champion. So I don't know if Zuffa Boxing is something that he would even take into consideration. You know what I mean? Because they have their own thing going on. A lot of these sanctioning bodies are against Zuffa Boxing because Zuffa is ultimately trying to, overthrow the sanctioning body. So if you want to become a world champion, Zuffa may not be where you want to go because these sanctioning bodies will most likely not want to work with you. Bethaniel says, dang, how they let Tito go. I don't really think it was them letting Tito go. I think it was Tito letting go of them. You know what I'm saying? It says Zuffa doesn't even have 140. That's also a great point. I completely forgot about that. Yasir Ali said, read my super chat, gang. You can send a super chat. I don't see it, brother. Oh shit. Okay. I see it right here. My boy Yasir Ali with the $2 super chat. My apologies, brother. I would never ignore you, man. He said straight jacket key running it back with Albright. I saw that, but that was something that I had predicted, like right around the time that Keyshawn Davis had that press conference with Abdullah Mason. Pretty much when Top Rank made their announcement with the zone, and Keyshawn Davis said his next fight was going to be one of his most. It was going to be with somebody that he had a controversial fight with in the past, something of that nature. I automatically knew that it was Nair Albright. You want to know how I know? Because that's the only controversial fight he probably had in his career. With him, visibly getting hurt in the fight, in my opinion, then going ahead to test positive for marijuana. It was either that or that it was going to be Edwin De Los Santos. You know what I mean? Highly doubt it was going to be Edwin De Los Santos. With the rivalry that him and Nair Albright had, and Nair calling him out recently, it just felt like all roads pointed to Nair Albright and Keyshawn having a rematch. So I'm not necessarily surprised. The crazy part is that according to what I'm hearing, it's going down May 16th, I believe, which is when we have our amateur show at the gym. And it's going to be in Norfolk. So this dude, Nair Albright, considering the last time he went to Norfolk wasn't the most pleasant experience, he's going back. He's going back to Norfolk. This motherfucking Nair Albright is gangster, bro. Motherfucker is as gangster as they come, bro. Damn well the last time you went to Norfolk, you know what I mean? You got that motherfucking Chris Benoit treatment, getting head butted all in your face and all that shit. And you going right back over there after you just went. The last time you went over there, you beat up the older brother. Now you gotta go see the best little brother. The middle brother, I guess you would say. You know what I mean? And uncomfortable territory. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. And they saying Pete Dobson versus Kelvin Davis. That's a solid fight too. That's a solid fight. You know what I mean? Pete Dobson done been around the block at this point, fought a couple dudes. He fought Jalil Hackett. He fought, Connor Benn. Both of them he came up short in, but I thought he made a great showing of himself in the kind of band fight. Didn't really watch the Jalil Hackett one too much. But that's a solid name for Kelvin Davis. They keeping him in the ring with relevant names. So that's great for Kelvin. You know what I'm saying? Don't really know how that fight goes, but I think Kelvin Davis could have enough to pull that off. Shout out to my boy Slime in the building. What up? Okay, okay. May 16th. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. My boy Ray Rum said, "What would you say Nair got to do to beat Keyshawn?" I think he just has to not allow Keyshawn Davis to control the tempo of the fight, man. I think he needs to be active. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he does have to be, defensively responsible because Keyshawn is a sharp counterpuncher. Keyshawn's gonna be looking to, keep the range, keep the jab on Nair. He's gonna try to keep Nair at the end of his punches. And when Nair shows up, he's gonna be looking to play some brutal body shots like he did with Jermaine Ortiz. So I would definitely, if I was, Nair Albright or in his corner at least, I would say for him to, not give Keyshawn Davis much time to process, not much time to think. I think he has to really swarm Keyshawn Davis and, you know, um, as soon as you get off the offense, go back to the defense. You feel what I'm saying? Kind of like what he did with Frank Martin in a lot of situations. He got to come in phenomenal shape, of course. I think he needs to stay active, and I wouldn't do a fight with Keyshawn Davis on the outside. That's just not something that I would do if I was Nair. I would keep this. I would keep, my hands flowing at all times. You know what I mean, and not allow Keyshawn to really sit there and process things. You feel what I'm saying? What's your favorite division now? Do I think Albright getting stopped this time? I don't know, man. I don't know. I do think Keyshawn has leveled up since that fight with Nair the first time, though. So it's a likelihood. And then at 140, I mean, he only fought once at 140, but he looks sharp. He looks strong. So he could definitely give Nair some problems. I think he beats Nair again, to be honest with you. I think the question is whether he gets the stoppage or not. Nair does get hit because he can get overly aggressive at times. But I'm gonna reserve my opinion until the fight gets close. My boy Slum with the link. All right. Press conference is gonna be funny. I think that shit gonna be intense, to be honest with you. But to revert back to this conversation with Tito Mercado, do you know what would be a good promotional company for Tito Mercado? MVP. One or two options. I'm thinking MVP because Tito Mercado likes to talk shit. You know what I mean? Yo, Slime, what up?
Yo, what's the word?
What's going on? I'm about to talk about Tito Mercado real quick. I think it's one or two options for Tito Mercado, right? One, I'm thinking MVP, Jake Paul and them. Why? Because these guys are masters at promotion. They know how to, push certain narratives to get the casual boxing fan involved, and they know how to manipulate the media and shit like that. And Tito Mercado likes to talk shit. Yeah, I mean, he like to talk his shit. He's real confident in himself, and he knows how to get people's attention. I think MVP and them, they could definitely have a good time with promoting Tito Mercado. I think they could be very successful in doing so. I also said Golden Boy, and I know that sounds crazy. Oh, why Golden Boy? Golden Boy are primarily in the West Coast, right? Tito Mercado is from the West Coast. You feel me? And he had, he comes from that Hispanic background. I forgot where he's from. Is he
Ecuadorian, I think.
no, I don't think he's from Ecuador. I think he's
No,
from
I think he said Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. Yeah, I think he's from Nicaragua, but he's also Mexican. So I think they'll do a pretty good job of promoting him as well. You already know they're gonna give him the right fights and You know, but the problem with that is how long is it going to take for him to be a world champion or possibly fight for a world title being with Golden Boy? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times they like real hesitant with putting these guys into big fights and stuff like that. But to be honest, Tito Mercado is already a finished product. He's already a top contender at 140, so it's not going to take much to really get him in that position. You know, probably 3 fights max. He could probably be ranked number 1 in one of these sanctioning bodies, and eventually, if the champion doesn't give him an opportunity, he'll be mandated to face a champion. So I think within the next 1 to 2 years, I really think Tito Mercado could be, you know, lined up for a world title opportunity. So I think Golden Boy could be a good fit for him. I also think that MVP would do a great job with promoting him as well. And with MVP having a great relationship with Netflix, you know what I mean? That's great exposure for him as well. And one of the things that he outlined was making the biggest fights possible. MVP, Jake Paul, you know what I mean? They know how to get them. They know how to get these big fights going. What they're doing for women's boxing is great, but you know I think they can actually do something with Tito Mercado because he is marketable. He could fucking fight. He got punching power, great finishing ability, and he like to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy, they could do well with him too. Look at what Golden Boy going through right now. Shit, they may possibly lose Virgil Ortiz. They're not in the greatest standings with Ryan Garcia. Maybe Tito Mercado coming into play could.
I think Golden Boy likes to let fights marinate too much though.
Yeah. But
So like
Golden Boy,
I think when he would try to make them big ass fights happen, like I think they're gonna give him some pushback. Depending on the fighter, of course.
yeah, of course. But I think that's 2 good choices for Tito. I don't know if either one of them promotional companies are interested in him. But I'm gonna say this: I don't see why not. First of all, second of all, to be real, I'm trying to see exactly how to say this. Like, I'm gonna digress from that. But TJR says that y'all buying Wilder fight tomorrow.
No.
Pacquiao son on the undercard.
So
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Manny Pacquiao son. What we doing?
bro,
You
yo,
know,
bro.
I
I
don't give a
hope he
fuck
gets
about Pacquiao.
fucking packed. I hope he gets packed the fuck up.
Oh, my whole thing. I don't. Whatever. I can really care less what happens.
Yo,
But
bro, that nigga got a draw in his fucking debut. Fuck him.
I think that's a different brother. I think you're talking about the youngest son.
Oh, they all box? Oh shit.
There's another son that he got that he like a deadbeat to.
Nah, it was this one, the one that looks just like him.
Don't Manny Pacquiao got 2 sons that are pro right now?
He got the one that just had a draw in his debut, bro. He looks like an Ecuadorian Mexican dude, bro. He don't even
Right.
look
And he got
Filipino or
another
nothing.
one. But he got another one that he had a that he had this son outside of his relationship, and he's a pro too. But they actually said that motherfucker is all right. Like they say he could fight a little bit.
Nah, I think the one that's fighting is the one that got that draw.
Let me see.
I never seen his other son at all. I seen that one dude.
Let me see. Yeah. That is who is fighting.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
him, man. I hope he gets packed the fuck up.
He fighting an 0-1, so you better not fuck this up, nigga. they gave you
Yo,
they
it's
gave you
another.
and you had a draw.
Yo, if I
Which
had to
really means
parlay
that
on
you
him,
beat him. For real, for real. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas something. If you're the son of a legend, right, and you making your pro debut, them fucking promoters are gonna do whatever they can to make sure that you win.
even
You
if you
went
get sparked,
yo, if you and then you went in there with a nigga that nobody knows, some white boy that I remember they said that he was like he had some other job, like he wasn't even like a, and they gave you a fucking layup and you got a draw. So the fact that they gave you a draw, that let me know that white boy beat you, but they want to embarrass you in your pro debut, so they just gave you the draw instead. That's what the fuck happened. But now you going up against a nigga named Derek Gates, who's 0-1. Not only that, but he actually got knocked out in his last in that one fight he had. This nigga
Derek
did.
Gates, that's my cousin.
He did bare knuckle and he got knocked out all 6 times he lost.
Yeah,
Then
that's my cousin.
the ultimate, what's that? The Ultimate Fighter? What is this? Oh, so this nigga's like an MMA fighter. Man, and he 36 years old. Yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you something, nigga. You don't stop this nigga, you need to retire. You ain't nothing like your pop. But what's crazy is that nigga ain't even had that many amateur fights. He ain't even had that many amateur fights. You know what I'm saying? And he lost like 4 amateur fights in a row.
Yo, speaking of amateur fights, you don't remember when Manny was talking about going back to the Olympics or some dumb shit like that?
Yeah, he wanna be involved in something so bad. He need to go sit his little old ass down too. And you
He needs
5
to,
he 5'6" fighting at 135.
he need to stop making villages in the fucking Philippines so he could save his money.
He need to stop giving them fucking people in the Philippines his money so he can have more to save for him and his family.
Nigga, literally, he needs to start instead of handing out money. Why don't you hand out job applications, nigga?
Who the best son of a boxer? Floyd. Floyd Mayweather Jr.
No, but he means probably like fighting today.
Who's the best son of a boxer?
That was a straight cheat code, Mark. Shame on you.
The best
Gotta
son.
get that Floyd.
I mean, his dad was a boxer, and his uncle.
I know, but damn, bro. Like excluding Floyd, fuck Floyd. He's not in these conversations, bro. We already know he's goated.
I don't know. That's a good question. These niggas say Conor Benn.
Nigga, Chris Eubank Jr. is way more accomplished than him. At least he was a world champion. Then don't you dare say he was not.
Emiliano, he got more to prove. Tim Zoo, I mean,
fuck no.
nigga, he became world champion.
I know, but fuck no.
Everybody we name, ain't none of them niggas was champion except him.
Nigga, I just named Chris Eubank Jr. He's a world champion.
You're comparing an IBO to a WBO though.
All right, but that's still a world champion, so that still makes the case.
But it's not a major world title though.
It was at one point.
Well, it ain't now. 4 major belts, bro. You got 4 major belts.
Man, I'm gonna make a fucking petition. I'm bringing the IBO back. Fuck everybody. Yo, chat. Let's do that.
We don't count IBOs. We don't count them as a major title. They're a world title, but
I mean, they should be. I think they should be.
Tim Zoo. Now Julio, son. What Julio you talking about? Cesar Chavez?
Oh my God! You better be talking about Julio, my stepdad's coworker. I swear to God.
Yo, he ain't talking about Chavez, bro. Hell no.
Yo, bro, Chavez Jr. is literally
won a world title. Was crazy, bro. That nigga had the WBC middleweight title, bro.
Nigga, Marvis Frazier was better than fucking Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., man.
Probably. Oh, that's a funny one. Boxer Sparring said probably Andy Cruz or his son Keyshawn. That's fucking.
Oh yeah, them. Yup. That's a good one. That was funny.
Oh, that was fucking.
That was actually funny. That was funny. Damn, I'm trying to think. What the fuck? Man, Shea Mosley Jr. is the GOAT.
Shit. He's tough though.
Who the fuck did he just fight? He actually put up a good ass fight. Decent fight. Jesus Ramos. Yeah, he put up a decent fight in that fight, not gonna lie.
Red Rum asks Mark, have you met Andy Cruz? I actually haven't. As much as I've been around Boots, I've never met Andy. I feel like every time that I come around, he's not there.
Yo, if you meet him before the 27th, get me an autograph.
I'm sure he would. I gotta get me a glove at the gym that nobody use. I have him sign it. Tito headed to BLK Prime. That's funny. Does he stay up north? I have no clue where he stays, brother. Can't tell you. But I know they train in the Northeast, so I don't know if he lives close to where he trains or what.
Yo, real quick, real quick. If it's decide if it gets shaky in the comments, I need you to put a poll up. Who y'all got and why? Chisora or Wilder? It's tomorrow's the fight. I need these predictions. I need these predictions. I got Wilder in 8.
All right, I'm gonna put the poll up right now.
I got Wilder in 8. I'm not gonna vote on it, but I got Wilder in 8.
Yeah, man, they got me in the motherfucking. They got me in one of my bedrooms right now, or my son bedroom.
Oh, you're grounded.
My girl cutting her little. I mean, doing her little gay friends and nails.
Oh. True, true, true.
Shit, frying me. I can hear his gay ass through the walls.
Damn, that gay nigga get his nails done once a year. What the fuck? I remember you said the same shit last year.
No, he get his nails done like once a month. He be in here, bro. I be letting her get her money though. I ain't tripping. Wilder, Chisora.
Bro, I got Wilder sparking him. Well,
Yo,
that's what I'm not.
crazy.
I'm just. Let me be clear though. That's what I'm hoping for. What
You know,
were you saying?
this nigga Chisora came in the heaviest of his career.
Oof.
He came in like 260 something. But that's the thing though. So this could either be really good for him or really bad for him. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is his last fight of his career, right? I put the poll up in the chat, by the way. Y'all go ahead and vote. Um, this is the last fight of his career. He been telling everybody that, right? So it's either this nigga is overweight because he like fuck it, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, or he like, man, I'll put this weight on and I'm gonna really step to this nigga. Like
That's true.
he either trained his ass off and like, I'm gonna put on this additional weight so I'll be ready for war, or he put on that weight like, man, fuck it, like I ain't cutting no weight, like I'm gonna
This is
just
Deontay Wilder. He's washed.
yeah. Somebody said Deontay one time Thurman. That's crazy. Why the fuck?
Deontay one time Thurman. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's funny as shit. Yo, everybody who's ass and washed up, we're calling him Thurman. That's the new joke right there. That's funny as shit.
They said if Wilder win, I could see them match him up with a Tama. Man, nigga said the Browns booty. That's crazy.
The bronze booty. Yo, these niggas is tweaking.
Hey,
Yo, what's up with niggas?
shit, that's Justin, man. You know Justin be tripping.
Yo, Justin, chill the fuck out.
Ice God say Yo Mazuma is Teal versus Brian official. No, it's not.
Deontay one time Thurman is funny shit.
Soren too. God damn.
Chisora and two, who the fuck?
Yo, Chisora stop him in two. That's
Yo, if
crazy.
Chisora stops him in 2, my nigga, retire with Chisora. Because Chisora said whether he wins or loses, this is his last fight.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, if he lose, they did. I think they shook on that. Didn't they check on that on their face in like they in that face off shit when they were sitting them chairs?
I don't know. I didn't even watch none of that.
I remember Chisora saying if I lose, I'm gonna retire. But if you lose, retire with me.
Mm.
That's not a bad deal. I would have took that. I think I would have took that.
I think Wilder too stubborn to retire.
Nigga, that he needs to fucking retire
Bro, I'm
before
tell
he
you,
fucking
Wilder
gets.
that type nigga, Wilder that type dude that like when he lose in a moment, he'll probably think about that shit. But it's like he'll feed himself delusions and be like, "Oh no, I'm back, like I'm back." Like bro, like Wilder should have retired after he lost to Zhang, for real, for real. Yeah, he should have retired after Zhang. Like that shit was so bad, bro. Like
That shit was horrible. I
you
think
like
he
you
hurt Zhang though for like a split second.
man, that shit was not enough, bro. This nigga did a 360, ran into a hook. Oh,
Yo, that 360 fried the fuck out of me.
I didn't understand that. Like even prior to that, even the Joseph Parker fight, like he looked like shit with Joseph Parker. I'm like, maybe it's because he was inactive. Like, you know what I mean? Something was wrong. Maybe he had ring rust and he just couldn't, But then he fought Zhang like immediately after that, and then looked even worse. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like this shit crazy. So I'm like, all right, this ain't inactivity no more. Like this nigga's he's on the decline. Like he washed, he a shell of himself. So then you go ahead and you fight that dude Tyrell Herndon or some shit like that, and you win, but you look like absolute shit. So
Dead
like this nigga is like he's done, he's cooked, but he wants you to believe because what he does is he feed him, like I say, he feeds himself delusion, right? Like he makes himself like believe shit that's not even there. So he was saying, oh, like like he always makes excuses too, like, oh, I haven't been eating right, and I've been putting the right things in my body, blah blah. Say, bro, no, that's not why you've been performing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
If Chisora deadass do him the same way Fondora did Thurman, bro, I'ma just deadass like I'ma retire boxing.
Bro, this is the heavyweight division though, so you're not gonna be taking punches like that. You just gonna go out. You know what I'm saying? Like them heavyweights punch way too hard, bro. Like you're not gonna take a whooping like Thurman. You get hit enough times like Thurman did. If you get hit clean like Thurman did, you going out right away. Like, them niggas is punch, and they got them little ass 10-ounce gloves on. Shout out
Shit.
to my boy Yasser Ali with the $5 super chat. He said just watch the Cruz versus Mordetalia fight the other night. Good ass fight. You think Cruz could be a world champion someday? Absolutely, absolutely. But one thing Andy Cruz did, because a lot of people was urging Andy Cruz to go down to 130. He like, no, I'm gonna stick around at 135. So I don't want nobody to make excuses for Andy talking about he too small for the division. I don't want to hear that no more because he had the opportunity to move down. He could be like, yo, I'm too small for the weight. I'm going down to 30. He chose to stick around at 35. So I don't want
Where you
nobody, huh?
where you think he peaks at? 40?
Yeah, Andy's small, man. He's small. I don't see him being like this. He not built like certain fighters where he could just move up multiple weight classes. He not built like that. So
How
this
tall is he though?
he got to be like if I had to guess, Andy Cruz got to be like 5'7". Like he's small, man, but
That's
not
not
even
that small though.
it is though. But it's not really it says Andy Cruz 5'9", but bro, he's not the same height. That's a lie.
He's not he is not my he is not no.
They say he's 5'9", but that's cap. They be lying on this shit, bro. 'Cause I seen pictures of him with Jerron Ennis, bro. He's not Jerron Ennis' height. Jerron Ennis like 5'10". That means they will be like right next to each other in height. That's no, not at all. Yeah, man. How tall is Raymond Mordetalia? It says Raymond Mordetalia 5'8", and he looked taller than Andy Cruz in this picture. So that shit don't even make sense. But anyways, man, I think they lying. That's just me. And he looks significantly smaller than motherfucking Mordetalia anyway in the ring and all that. But it's not even about the height. It's not even about the height. What it's about is his frame. Real small frame. So, if motherfuckers saying you could go down to 130 because 135 too big for you, you're not gonna be somebody who move up crazy weight classes. Like I had to guess 2, 3 weight classes, maybe Andy Cruz could, Do working
3 weight classes. That's what the one
30
he's in now.
40 between 30 to 40. He way
Oh,
too small for welterweight.
I thought you meant from 35 up. I was like, what the fuck,
No,
nigga? That's 54. What the hell?
he could probably grab him a title at 30. Yeah, I mean 35, maybe 40 if the fight is right. But like 47, nah, not at all. Yeah, I mean, like he ain't have a frame like a Devin Haney where like you could easily put weight on, or like a Terrence Crawford where you could go from 35, 44. Like he not built like that. You feel what I'm saying? You could look at him
Man,
and tell. He look
I
like he
want
make 5 easy as shit.
I want to see Tank. I want to see him in Tank fights in the future.
He
That would
gonna
be a
go
good fight.
after the L to Bell. You think he gonna lose to Albert Bell? I think you got Andy Cruz fucked up.
You
Albert
don't
Bell,
think
Albert Bell, nice though.
you don't think him and Tank could be some shit in the future?
Man, I don't even know. Like, is Tate coming back? Like, I don't know, bro.
What the fuck is he doing?
I don't know. That's my thing. Like, we over here talking about Tank. Is what he got going on?
Is he in jail or is he out?
He's out, but
House arrest?
I have no clue. I know that he still got the illegal shit going on.
Oh man.
Trick said, "Do you think Malik Scott has something to do with Wilder's recent performances?
Yes.
Because I feel like Malik tried to change Wilder and turn him more into a boxer. I think it's a multitude of things, Tricks. I'm not going to put everything primarily on Malik Scott. Let's start with what he's dealing with internally. That trilogy with Tyson Fury changed Deontay Wilder. A lot of punishment in a small amount of time. Took a lot of clean shots, and all you need is one fight. It only takes one fight to ruin you, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you take an absurd amount of punishment, that shit becomes irreversible, and there's nothing that you could do to, get that taken away. You know what I'm saying? So the first fight he was cool with Fury. The second fight he took a lot of damage, but he actually was saved by his coach. What the fuck is the guy name again? Mark Breland. Mark Breland stopped the fight. I mean, actually preserved some of whatever Deontay Wilder had left. He fired Mark Breland as a result of stopping the fight. Then he goes ahead and gets into and then that third fight with Tyson Fury, he gets into a motherfucking brawl where he takes a shit ton of damage. When the fight shouldn't even went that long, took some irreversible damage in that fight, and ever since then, he has not looked right. You know what I'm saying? So I think what it is he took a lot of punishment, and because he took so much punishment, he's not the same fighter. I think that's what it is. And I think Malik Scott may have known that, and known that Deontay Wilder shouldn't, doesn't respond well to punishment. So I think he attempted to make Wilder an outboxer as a result of that. Cause like like this motherfucker punch resistance ain't what it was before. Every time he gets hit clean, he doesn't respond well. Maybe if I add some boxing into his arsenal, he could probably avoid damage. Maybe he could avoid taking big punches. So maybe that's what Malik probably most likely had good intentions with switching his style up, but the problem is he wasn't based around skill in the first place. When he was successful, he wasn't skill based. He had a fucking jab and he had a right hand, and that's what made him who he was. So maybe if he started his career off with skill, you know what I mean? Maybe Malik Scott would have been a good fit for him, but that's not what Wilder's specialty was around. It was around his fucking right hand. He had a devastating right hand. Jab, right hand. Jab, right hand. You know what I'm saying? That's just what made him who he was. So now you're trying to get him to learn all this shit last minute when he's already at the tail end of his career and he's performing horribly. So that's really what it is. I think Malik Scott kind of fucked up his previous performances, but I think even if Malik Scott trained him to just do the 1-2, we wouldn't be seeing the same bronze bomber. You know, once somebody on the decline, they're on the decline. Once that window get close to shutting, there's nothing that can be done about it. It is what it is.
But if there's been people who's been on the decline and still came back crazy. Look at Eric Morales.
Eric Morales.
Mm-hmm.
No, what I'm talking about is like fights that take a toll on you. Like
Mm.
a lot of them, I'm talking about like career damaging fights. Like if you look at like Eric Morales, like of course he's been in like tough fights or whatever the case is. But let's keep it real. A lot of people are more durable than others.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? Like there's people that could get their ass whooped their whole career and be talking fine, just like me and you. And then you can have somebody who has a really tough fight, and they slurred off of that one fight. Everybody's body takes punishment differently. You know what I'm saying? So like Derek Chisora, he got like 13 losses, done been knocked out multiple times, and he still be turning the clock back and be having good performances. But Wilder he had a bad trilogy. Well, you can't even say trilogy. He had a bad two fights, and he's never been the same since then. Like, and I always bring up this example because it's true. Glenn Tapia, I remember he was coming up on HBO, white boy from Jersey. He was doing all right. He fought James Kirkland. And when he lost to James Kirkland, he was never the same after that. He took a lot of damage in the Kirkland fight. Was never the same after that. Started getting knocked out on his face. He was forced to retire. He has to work a job now.
Hmm.
Like everybody's body can only, everybody got a threshold in what they could take in terms of punishment. Some people could take more than others, bro. That's just what it is. Rosado still be talking good. Yeah, Gabe Rosado done took a lot of punishment in his career. Some people could just do it. Tim Bradley, that one fight with Ruslan Provodnikov, he still came back and had some good wins, but he even said he was never the same after that fight. Like, it only takes one. All it takes is one, man. Trick said, that's why I feel like this fight is interesting because Malik Scott won't be in his corner, and we can see what Wilder has left. I mean, that's
Yeah,
an
but
interesting way to look at it.
yeah, but I don't think the nigga from Apocalypto is gonna change anything.
We gotta wait and see. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna underestimate no coach, but I think what Wilder has experienced is I don't think a coach could fix. You know what I mean? Like damage is damage, bro. You can't fix that. I don't give a fuck what coach you got, how long you've rested. Like if you're a damaged fighter, you a damaged fighter. There's no overstepping that process. You can't override that. You feel me? So that's just my personal opinion. I guess we'll see tomorrow. I mean, the UK is a different time. So what's the fight time over here? Let me see.
I think like six, like 5 or 6.
Tell you right now. It says they be rumbling around. The fight card is gonna start at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but they're saying that the main ring walks should be at 5:30.
See, busting right there.
Let me see. Okay, so 5:30 they should be rumbling with the ring walks and all. Yeah, most likely it'll be 6 o'clock. So we'll be tuned in. Then most likely I won't be doing like a live commentary or anything like that. I have my son, so we just gonna be kicking it until it's time for him to go to bed. Uh, my boy Rouse said Fury could get sparked next week, and he took punishment as well from previous fights. That's a fact. Fury ain't been the same since the Wilder fights neither. Everybody made fun of Wilder, Wilder this, Wilder that, and like, yeah, he lost them Jones. Keep it a buck, like he lost them Jones. But Fury took some damage too, man. You can't be taking too many
Mm-hmm.
on Wilder and think you're gonna be the same neither. In that third fight, Fury got dropped what twice? You know what I'm saying? Like he took damage, and then in that first fight, he got dropped real bad. You know what I'm saying? So, well,
Should have got
he got
stopped.
dropped twice. He got dropped twice in the first fight too. So ever since then, his punch resistance ain't been right. You know what I'm saying? He got dropped by Francis Ngannou. He getting hurt all over the ring by Usyk. And, you know what I'm saying? Like he's showing a lot of
I forgot he fought Ngannou.
yeah. What Ngannou hit him with a left hook on the top of his head
Mm-hmm.
down, and you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if Young Fury would have even gotten touched by somebody like Ngannou. It's just me. You feel me? So
Or the Fury who fought previous to fighting Wilder.
who? What did you say?
Hmm?
What did you say?
I said, or the Fury that before previously fighting Wilder.
Yeah, for sure. So, it said Malik had Wilder doing backflips and side flips and open workouts. For real? Bro, like what type of training is that, bro? I really think that Wilder be having Yesman in his corner and he'd be like, man, I'm gonna pay y'all niggas, but I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do.
He started doing backflips. Yo, Mark, what would you do if your boy Derek just started doing backflips in the middle of battle?
Like, bro, what the fuck is you doing, bro? I gotta tell him, man. He know that. Like, fuck, nigga. Like, ain't nothing wrong with having fun. You know what I'm saying? But first of all, doing backflips and all that shit, you leaving a chance for you to possibly get injured before a fight. That's not really smart to do. Second of all, it's cool to have fun, but you got to keep the main thing the main thing. You feel me? Like have fun after
Mm-hmm.
the fight, my nigga. Like so, you over here trying to be funny and all that shit. You do a motherfucking backflip. You come down on your leg the wrong way. Now we out of a fight and ain't nobody getting paid. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know that's weird shit to me. Like that's not something that I would recommend anybody do.
Mark gonna be like, "What the fuck is you doing?"
Like the fuck is going on out here in these streets, nigga? You tripping? You really tripping? But yeah, man. So I wanted to talk about the Rolly and Haney situation. To be real, man, I'm really fucking confused as to what's going on with that whole situation. Obviously, it's about money, but like Rolly on one side, he's saying that he had a big guarantee for the fight, you know, but DHP couldn't do the same for Devin. You know what I'm saying? Rolly said that like PBC, TGB covered, you know, his fight purse. Uh, and DHP was supposed to cover Devin's fight purse, but that didn't happen. And uh, Devin Haney said some shit too. Devin even had a few words. He was like, "So I'm gonna actually pull this shit up. Hold on, let me pull this shit up. I'm not gonna be able to remember all this shit." Boom. All right, we right here. So Devin says they came to me with a list of expenses of 6 million, and I make my first dollar after the 6 million is allocated. Wait, what? And on top of it all, I split it 50% with Rolly Romero, who hasn't made 2 million in one fight ever. I'm trying to get an understanding of this. I wish I had like I would call my pop, but my pop's not really too into this fight, so um it's confusing. So he's not gonna know all the details. He says they came to me with a list of expenses of 6 million. So I guess it'll be 6 million to cover the fight. And then he won't make his first dollar until they make the 6 million back. So it sounds like there's no fucking guarantee. So this is how much the fight is gonna cost to be. It's gonna take 6 million for this fight to be made, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the list of all the expenses. It totals up to $6 million. There's no guarantee, which is crazy. And you know, you're not gonna make your first dollar until that 6 million is made back. Until we make the 6 million back, you won't make a dollar. But
But that's
Devin Haney's like, nah, nigga, like I need a guarantee. I need to be told how much I'm being paid for the fight. I'm not about to sit here. and like play with my money like based off of what I sell is what I mean. That's like a commission based job. You ever heard of them Jones? Like them
Yeah,
sales jobs where it's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you can make up to this much money, but you have to do this much in sales.
like a real
So,
estate agent,
huh?
like a real estate agent.
Yeah, like I guess, yeah, like that, like or like a sales representative or whatever. It's
Yeah,
like,
because they get commission on the house.
right, but that's the only way they get paid and shit. Like they don't
Mm-hmm.
get paid per hour; they get paid based off of the sales. That's what That's what it sounded like to me. But Rolly's saying like, yo, like your promotional company is supposed to pay you. You know what I mean? And the promote my promotional company is supposed to pay me. You looking for a guarantee when your promotional company is supposed to be the one that provides that. So are you really a promoter or not? So it is kind of confusing to be honest with you. I don't really know how this shit goes. Um, yeah, I really don't know. But Terrence Crawford even exposed the no guarantee PBC payment model, in the past and shit like that. So, it is what it is, man. To me, this just goes to show that, PBC don't really got no money right now. You know what I'm saying? And they pretty much got everybody like, oh, you kill, you eat what you kill type shit. Where it's like, we ain't got no money for you. We could give you the platform and all of that. Because from what I understand, Amazon not even giving them no bread. They just what's that, like a distribution deal or some shit like that? They just
Mm-hmm.
distribute. So it's pretty much
They
like,
just
yo,
push the product.
yeah, like we gonna give you the platform and shit, but we not gonna give you no guarantees. We gonna put up this bread. We gonna put up 2 million for your fight, and you ain't gonna make a single dollar till we make the 2 million back. Like that shit sound crazy to me, bro.
I'm gonna say this. I don't blame Devin Haney for, you know what I mean? Because if I was in that situation, nigga, I want my bread. I want to know what I'm making and shit. Like I want it guaranteed and all that.
Yeah, yeah. That look, man. That it just seems it's clear at this point that PBC don't got the funds that they used to, which is crazy because they was on top at one point. Like I remember PBC was the shit. Like everybody wanted to be with PBC. All they fighters was making dumb money, and now this shit just all came tumbling down, bro. It's crazy. Bella Face said 6 million in expenses. Yeah, that's what Devin Haney said. Devin Haney said, hold on, I'll reread it. He said they came to me with a list of expenses of 6 million, and I make my first dollar after the 6 million is allocated. So this nigga doesn't touch a single penny until they make their money back. Okay, we made our money back. So like you basically only getting the profit. That's all you getting is the profit. Like that's it. Whatever the fight profits, you get the split down the middle with Rolly. He
Yeah,
like, nigga,
fuck no.
I'm not just doing, yeah, and Devin said that. Devin even wrote, he said, what, dumbass, you think I'm gonna do business with you guys with no guarantee? Trust you guys, do the right thing with the numbers and expenses? Yeah, fuck no. So he's looking at it like, man, how am I even gonna know what the right numbers are gonna be? How do I know that the expenses are that high? You know what I'm saying? So he like I don't trust y'all niggas. Like, why would I trust y'all to tell me what the numbers are? No, like I need a guarantee.
Would you sit there and just sit there and I mean, would you sit there and just you know what I mean just go along with the fight for then fuck it? I
No,
wouldn't.
no.
I fucking wouldn't.
Like what the fuck? So what if the fight does horribly in sales? Let's say I fight Rolly, right? Mind you, I just got 10 million to fight Brian Norman. Let's say he made 10 million, right? So I just got 10 million to fight Brian Norman. I'm about to fight Rolly. So I'm coming off of an 8-figure payday, guaranteed from what I understand. And then I go in here with Rolly, right? And they like, yo, this fight gonna cost 6 million to make, blah blah blah. You don't get you don't, you know what I mean? Once we get our $6 million back, off y'all sales, y'all get to keep everything 50-50. Y'all split the profits 50-50. Nigga, what if the fight does horrible? Like, what if it sells horribly, right? And let's say motherfucking the fight only generates $7 million. And let's say Devin lost. This nigga lost. Let's say he loses, right? And they only make $1 million profit. This nigga Devin coming home with 500,000,
Hell no.
and then you got to pay taxes. So what you gonna come home with 100 racks? I just got knocked out by Rolly for 100 racks and no guarantee, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You out your rabbit ass mind. Shit, crazy as shit, nigga. Where is the guarantee? Why don't y'all have any guaranteed money?
Nah, that shit's
And,
crazy.
and Rolly's whole thing is, yo, like they gave me a guarantee. DHP supposed to give you a guarantee because this is supposed to be a DHP and PBC, across like pretty much what's that shit called? Like uh
Cross promotion?
a cross promotion, yeah, a cross promotion between DHP and PBC, but it's not a cross promotion because Devin's literally going over to their platform and their network to fight a fucking fighter from their platform and their network. So it's like, yeah, like I'm my own promoter, but this isn't a DHP production. This is a PBC event on Prime, which is PBC's network. So y'all should be providing my guarantee, not my promotional company. So that's probably how the way he sees it. But that's how I understand it. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people saying a lot of shit. I think even Bill Haney has said something about it. I'm about to pull it up and see because I was watching it. I was watching it yesterday.
Yo, real quick. How
Yeah,
much how much guaranteed bread would you need to sign with DHP?
me personally,
Yeah, or that's a question for the nation too, but also for you.
I'm not sure. Damn, niggas being hoes. I don't know who. Somebody flagged the video because of copyrights. That nigga Champ Side got them videos taken down. Damn, he a hoe. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna go more in detail with that scenario in the open boxing topics.
Hold on. So I didn't even check the polls. So it looks like 44% of people, it was 16 votes, 17 votes. I'm sorry. 41% of people voted for Wilder for the KO. 0% vote for Wilder winning by unanimous decision. 29%, 29% says Chisora decision, and then another 29% says Chisora KO. So it looks like everybody, the majority of the vote is for Wilder getting the knockout. But
Yeah.
I think Chisora might knock him out, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see. Uh,
Not gonna lie, Chisora is hilarious though.
you said what?
Chisora is hilarious.
Yeah,
Yo, when do these lemon pepper steppers fight? Connor Ben and Regis.
they're supposed to fight like May.
May? I thought it was. I could have sworn that was in April.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, they probably do. Well, I don't even know for real.
Damn.
He actually put a video out. He actually put a video out saying how Haney's afraid. So let's take a look at
Oh,
that.
they're gonna start pushing that narrative.
That's what it looks like. That's what Rolly's saying. So let's see. But you know what I'm thinking? I ain't gonna lie, because Rolly never wanted to fight Haney, right?
Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on.
This is what I'm thinking, Chat. So yeah, peep how yeah, peep how Rolly never wanted to fight Haney because he felt like he had options, right? All his options fell down the drain. And Giasov popped up like, yo, the WBA like, yo, you gotta see Giasov. So he like, fuck, I don't want to fight Giasov because there ain't no money in fighting him. And the nigga might beat me. So he like, you know what, Haney, I'll fight you. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I'll go ahead and fight you, blah, blah, blah. he like, all right, I'll go ahead and fight you. But now Giasov about to fight Jack Catterall on Usyk's undercard. Yo, bro,
Yo,
good?
yeah, I'm straight. I can hear you now.
All right, cool. So he like, oh shit, Giasov. So he was trying to fight Dev because he didn't want to fight Giasov. But now Giasov about to fight Jack Catterall on that Usyk undercard. Oh, and what's that? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Giza?
In
Niggas,
Giza,
Giza, whatever the fuck. Niggas about to fight outside the pyramids and shit. So, he probably like, oh, Giasov got an opponent. Or I could go. I don't need to worry about, you know, being hell bent on fighting Haney. That's probably on the type time he on.
shit.
Now he got some room to breathe and shit. Let's see.
Like an unbelievable long time since I've been live. I know everyone missed me. I was doing my own thing. It ain't no fun. Rolly has the gun. It ain't no fun when Rolly come out blasting either. Let me turn off this timer. It's a little loud. Oh man. I want everybody to know something real quick, I truly, and when I mean truly, tried my Jesus Christ is King. Absolutely. Okay, but I want everybody to know. I tried my absolute hardest to make this Devin fight. Gave him 50% of the split of everything. And apparently it's not enough money, but I mean, it's a unification. It's on PBC. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a pay-per-view, all that stuff, right? And on top of that, you get Amazon promoting, you get PBC promoting it, you get me promoting it, because Devin cannot promote anything to save his life. We're talking about a dude that was on my undercard.
You never mentioned a guarantee though, really. That's what Haney's talking about. There's no guarantee.
I can hear you, but I couldn't hear the video. But it's all good.
Well, it's basically Rolly saying like, yo, like we gave him a 50% split of everything. You know what I mean? And PBC's promoting it. Amazon's promoting it. I'm promoting it because Devin can't promote anything to save his life. That's basically all he said. That he tried to do everything he could to try to make the fight happen. But the thing is,
With no
Haney's
guarantee.
right, and that's what Rolly's not talking about. He never mentioned a guarantee being made, and that's what Haney's complaining about. Now, what? I might actually call my pot for this. I might actually call my pot for this. Let me see if he up or not. Usually he up at this time, but the question I'm trying to figure out is, since Devin Haney technically is his own promoter, is DHP supposed to be the one to put up his guarantee, or since Devin is going over to this platform to fight, uh, since he's going over to PBC to face a PBC fighter, does PBC have to guarantee his split? Yeah, I mean that's who's supposed to be guaranteeing the split, because who's supposed to be giving Devin the guarantee? Is it his own promotional company, since DHP is involved technically in the cross promotion, or since Devin Haney's going over to PBC, does PBC have to cover his guarantee? So you gotta see.
I have no clue.
Yeah, me neither. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So that's why I want to call my pop.
But if I was to take a guess, right? I would think, since he's going over to fight a PBC guy, I think they're responsible for his split, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that too. It said bottom line, Turkey got to step in.
Yeah.
I mean, if Turkey, I would have thought that Turkey was involved, but Rolly had a lot of negative shit to say about Turkey after the Ryan Garcia fight, though. He didn't really like. He said he didn't like how the way they did business over there. He didn't like how he was treated and all that shit. So I don't know. Trick says so. The fight isn't made yet because Haney wants a guarantee just in case the fight doesn't sell. Isn't it Haney's job and Rolly's job to also promote the fight and eat what they kill? Not necessarily, because there's not many times that all these fighters be getting guarantees regardless whether the fight sells or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what you mean? So imagine this. So imagine this, Triggs. You work at a job that pays you per hour, right? So, regardless of whether the business is doing well or not, you're coming home with a certain amount of money, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever you got set up, right? So imagine one day when you're accustomed to getting paid bi-weekly, they're like, yo, we switching our whole model up, man. Everything commission-based now, so you only get paid based off of what you sell. You're going to be like, what the fuck? I was just getting all these guaranteed. Y'all was giving me all this guaranteed money for all this time I've been here. Now y'all telling me we commission based. Oh, I'm out. I'm about to go get me a job that's going to pay me regardless of the situation. So that's how Devin looking at it. Like, I've always got guarantees regardless of what I sold. Y'all over here trying to tell me that, you know what I mean? Y'all going to eat before me. That's basically what they saying. Like, yo, we putting $6 million up. Once that $6 million gets covered in the sales, y'all can split the profits down the middle, but that's all y'all getting paid. Like, what the fuck?
Hell no.
That shit crazy to me. I don't understand that shit. Yeah, I mean, now if they was guaranteed like $2 million or whatever the case is, $2-3 million, and then you get the 50% of the profits. All right, now we talking something. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, all right, yeah, I mean, at least if this shit sells horribly, I'm still coming home with $3 million.
Right. I'm still coming home with something. What that nigga?
Tab said Champside broke it down on his channel. PBC took $6 million off top, and then Devin don't get paid until after. He doesn't have a guarantee, but Rolly does. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm starting to understand that now. I didn't watch Champside's video, but just based off of what being said back and forth, it sounds like everybody eating except Dev. Everybody look like they eating, and they saying that Dev could eat, but it's conditional. Everybody else, like Rolly's side, they all cool over there. But with Dev, it's like, we can't give you no guarantee, but if you sell this much, you can make this much money. And Dev like, fuck that. Like, no, I'm not about to be sitting here, just hoping that this shit sell well. Like, no. So, yeah.
And Devin's fights don't even sell all that crazy to begin with, so.
Right, and neither does Rolly's. So it's like, but Rolly getting a guarantee. So I don't know, man.
So they pretty much saying fuck Devin.
88 said Dev would be a damn fool to sign that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards, for real.
I wouldn't sign that shit. If I was Devin, I would sign that shit right now.
Let me see.
So it's actually insane. It's actually insane. Yeah, obviously he's afraid to get hit. He's obviously afraid to get hit. We saw what we did to Ryan with no effort at all. So can you imagine what I do to Devin? Devin only does good when fighters are slow and have no power. Yeah, you know, I might give away like 10 pairs of boxing shoes to some kids. I'm definitely going to do that, actually. I'm going to do that right now. No, you call him Debo because Debo got hit in the face with a brick. You don't hit women. Oh, man, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Devin's a woman.
So Rolly just talking shit at this point. Ain't nothing much really else being said. Yeah, there's no point in even playing that video anymore. He's talking about donating shoes to kids. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about over there. I mean, I love that, but I mean, they ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. So it is what it is.
Nigga Mark's trying to grow out his beard and look like a wizard from back in the days.
Nah, man. Cut this shit down. Big Soldier MX said he sound happy. That's crazy.
He do sound. I mean, I didn't hear him, but he looked happy.
Norman Jr. with Merc Rolly. I'm looking forward to seeing how Brian Norman Jr. fights now that he got Ronnie Shields in the corner. Yeah, that shit, he probably gonna look like a different bull. Yeah, I mean, and I'm seeing Brian Norman Sr. out here he's a fucking clown, bro. He's a clown. He's still out here talking shit. Like,
What's he talking about? The fight still?
Nah, this nigga. So let me see. Let me pull this shit up. Because Brian Norman Sr. was out here the other day talking about, oh, I heard, there's a rumor in Florida that Devin Haney be microdosing.
Oh, I heard. I seen. Yeah, I seen him. I seen that shit on Instagram. I'm like,
he's a fucking lame, bro. Like, you over here, oh, wait. Pacquiao Jr. knocked out the bull, the bare knuckle bull. Yeah. I thought they was gonna fight tomorrow, but they fought today.
you knocked him out.
Yeah, he knocked him out.
Good. I think that was the point.
Man, that nigga looked like I ain't gonna say. Allegedly, it looked like he took a dive. That's what it looked like. But anyways, Brian Norman Sr. said some bullshit. He said, Where is it? Where the fuck is it? I'm gonna find that shit. Oh yeah, he said that there was no such thing as VADA 365 testing or some bullshit like that. I'm like, this nigga is because Dev was talking about niggas got to, like, Ryan got to enroll in 365 VADA testing. He said there ain't no such thing.
Yo,
what are you talking about, bro? Like, this nigga just be finding anything. Like, how the fuck is there no such thing? I'm pretty sure that if I go on VADA right now, if I go on their website, they probably had that shit right there. Look at this shit. VADA 365 testing is a comprehensive year-round anti-doping program offered by VADA for combat sports athletes. Unlike standard fight camp testing, it entails random 24/7, 365 blood and urine testing, regardless of whether the fighter is training, ensuring strict PED surveillance.
24/7. So that means daily.
Well, it's not necessarily daily, but they could test you whenever. So it's like the most strict testing that they have, where if you sign up for it, you know what I mean? And I'm sure it's pretty expensive, but that's how, much Devin Haney wants to, prove that he's a clean athlete, which is also weird too, because it's like, you said that the nigga microdosing in Florida. He's doing random 365 testing. Why would he take the chance of microdosing when they could literally pull up on him right after he microdoses? Why would he do that? Because they don't alert you. They don't tell you when they coming. They just pop up. What I mean? So that don't even make sense for one. And I'm sure if that was the case, Devin would have got caught by now.
Let me ask you this: how many times out the week do you think they pull up, or how many times in a month?
I don't know. I'm guessing it's uh
If you were to just estimate, is this we're just estimating shit right at this point?
they could probably come between 1 to 2 times in a week.
Oh yeah,
Well,
so there's no chance in hell for you to do shit.
yeah.
Yeah, if that's the
They
case, as we're
have a whole
estimating.
structure, right? So check this out. It says fighters are subject to unannounced testing anytime, anywhere, 365 days, 365 days a year. Programs are conducted through WADA approved laboratories, ensuring high standard detection. Penalty structure. A two miss rule applies. Missing 2 tests within a year or testing positive results in removal from the program and potential bans.
Oof.
So if you miss 2 tests that they pop up on you for, you in trouble. You know what I mean? So they ain't even about to be playing no fucking games with you. So I just find it so funny that Brian Norman Sears said that 365, VADA 365 testing doesn't exist when you can literally Google search it and it gives you what it is and the key features of what it is. Like that shit doesn't make any I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And they said that they do the testing for $15,000. Damn, that's expensive. But yeah, that's basically what that is. But Brian Norman Sr. He one of them dudes that he loves being in that camera. He loves sharing the spotlight with his son. Not only that, I think he loves the spotlight more than his son. And I think he wants the spotlight to be more on him than his son. You know what I mean? Do you remember in the lead up to that Devin Haney fight how this nigga was doing interviews every fucking day? This nigga
Yeah.
had this nigga Mill City had I don't know how many interviews in the lead up to that fucking fight, bro. This nigga exclusive, exclusive, exclusive. I'm like, yo, this nigga Brian Norman, he be on these interviews more than he be training his son. And he telling niggas the game plans, what Devin Haney got, what he don't got, and how he's not worried about Devin Haney and how they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that, but they can't stop this, and he has a longer reach than Dev, so how Dev gonna do this and do that? Yeah, yeah. No, she said he don't have shit for my son. Yeah, yeah. All this bullshit. You so caught up. Like you could tell this nigga was never the man in anything in his life. Like he ain't really ever had no motion. Like he don't know what it's like to have. Is that my son? Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, do you think? But yeah, Brian Norman Sr. did all that talking shit, all that bragging, all the exposing the game plan just to get fucking fried. Nigga got dropped in the second round, almost stopped. Can we not say he almost got stopped in that second round? To keep it a band, I think Devin Haney should have genuinely just blitzed him in that third round because he was still, yeah, I mean, he was fucked up. Like, and like, let's say instead of Devin Haney, they would have fought Boots that night. That would have been right there. That round would have ended quick. That fight would have ended quick. Second round, first round, if that was the case. Cause that was a bad knockdown. Not gonna lie. Like it wasn't. It was like what was it like? The way he got knocked down wasn't bad. It was like his reaction to that left hook that was bad. Took that step back, that leg like did like a little weird. You know what I mean? Shit was crazy. Facts, noodle legs. Nigga was, yo, that leg needed an alignment real quick. Nigga said, nigga, what the fuck did Brian Norman say to you on the corner? God damn, boy. Well, that was tragic. Then the preceding rounds, he just got fried. Yo, like he was like hesitant to throw shots. Like Devin was just literally having his way with him, just doing whatever the fuck he felt like doing. That was, I wouldn't say, actually, nah, I wouldn't say Regis 2.0 because Regis got hurt more than Brian Norman did. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, my son woke up. I'm gonna turn my camera off.
Nigga faded into the darkness and turned his camera off. Nigga's weird. Nigga smiled and faded into the dark.
You wanna talk to the people, Mike? Say hi.
Michael, what's going on, buddy?
He just smiling. He crazy. Yeah, he woke up for some weird reason. But
He heard that Brian Norman, Devin Haney, that Devin Haney shit. He was like, oh man. He was like, oh man, I heard about that.
nigga had a nightmare about Norman Senior nut ass.
Talking dumb shit.
Yeah. But let me see. So Bellaface said he got low key clipped with a check hook before the knockdown sequence too. Dez feel his best at 47. It's definitely his best weight in my opinion. I think everything comes together for Dev at that weight.
Yeah, for that being your first fight, that was a great performance.
Yeah, and I mean, technically the Jose Ramirez fight was at welterweight, but you know, it was a catch weight, so you know anything over 140 is technically welterweight. But
I get what you're saying, but
yeah, Norman was the first fight at the full weight limit, so I think everything came together with Dev for that. Like, you know, he didn't have to really struggle to make the weight. You know what I mean? He feels strong at the weight because he's not really leaving fight at the gym in order to make the weight. Then on top of that, you know what I mean? Because he feels so much more energized, his power is a little bit better. You know what I mean? So it's a good weight for him. You know what I mean? Because I don't really think Dev's a 54. You know what I mean? So I think 47 is just like the right weight for him. You know what I mean? He looks like the typical, like in terms of frame, you know, welterweight fighter. You feel what I mean? I think he was just shrinking down to 35 because his youth allowed him to do so. When you younger, you could get away with a lot of that shit. But as you get older and your body matures, you know, it starts to take away from you. So I think 47 is a perfect weight for Dev. I ain't gonna lie. And this, you know, I don't know how much longer he's gonna be at 47, but he could do some great shit. I think he's fully capable of becoming undisputed at 47 if, you know, motherfuckers play their cards right. But when niggas ain't offering guarantees, you know what I mean, it makes things a little bit more difficult to do.
right. Yo, I'll be damned if they if I was Devin and they dead eye and I'll be like, nigga, suck my whole dick.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I'm gonna tap in with my pop to see what he says, because I got to figure out who is responsible for the guarantee. Whoever that is, then that's who it falls on. So let's say, like, you know, after talking to my pop, that DHP is actually the one, since it's technically a cross promotion, they're the ones who got to provide the guarantee. Then like that shit really fall on Dev for real. But if the guarantee falls on PBC to make, since it's a PBC event, then that's PBC fault. And they doing a disservice to their fighter, which is Rolly. Because Rolly ain't putting the bread up. He ain't no fucking promoter.
Right.
And so they giving him the guarantee, but they not giving Dev the guarantee. So what? Dev got to sign with PBC to get a guarantee. I don't understand
And
that shit.
Dev's not going for that shit.
Yeah, like he already did it. He already went through that shit with Top Rank before, so shit don't even make sense for real. They said Ryan playing games too. Yeah, Ryan absolutely terrified of that 365 testing. Cause you seen what that 365 testing did to him before. Yo, Brian Norman Senior, go ask Ryan Garcia if 365 testing exists. Go ask if that shit. Go ask him if that shit exists because
That nigga's gonna break down.
he gonna be, oh yeah, that shit exists. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't feel right. Yeah, I know. I mean, you ain't had time to get on them motherfucking pads. You ain't have time to cycle because you was paranoid them niggas was gonna catch you in the middle of that shit. So you went ahead into that Rolly fight with nothing in your system and you got exposed. Simple and plain. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all that is, man. Yeah, go ask. Yeah, Brian Nervin Senior. Go ask Ryan if that 365 testing exists. Bet you he gonna
Rolly fried Ryan too.
bad. Rolly said that nigga said in that video I just played. Rolly said I beat Ryan with no effort. Nigga said I beat Ryan with no effort. That nigga said he was easy work, bro. That nigga told me that shit on the phone too. He said, "Yo, Ryan, he not who they think he is, bro. Like everybody, he was saying that nigga's a bitch. He said, man, he a bitch. He always be a bitch. Like he knew exactly what I thought about Ryan, like from personal experience. Shit crazy. Ryan don't want to do no. Like, how you going to test positive against a nigga and then be upset when they ask you for 365 testing? Nigga, you owe them that because you cheated them in the first fight, you dumbass nigga. You really feel like the PEDs wasn't the reason why you beat him? Go ahead and vindicate yourself. Do the 365 testing and go beat Dev. If you truly feel like PEDs didn't play a part in the fight, sign up for the 365 testing, which Devin said he pays for out his own pocket. So it's not like Ryan, like, oh, I ain't paying that shit. No, Dev's paying for it, you fucking idiot. So go do the fucking testing and go whoop on Dev. If you really believe that you beat him off the strength of you, go do it. But you hear Ryan Garcia say everything except I'm gonna sign up. He wants to do regular VADA testing. And Ryan Garcia was already planting little seeds to try to get away from VADA. Oh, they like pretty much like VADA, because they was associated with Victor Conti in the past, that they like pretty much conspired against him to give him a positive drug test. Like, man, cut it the fuck out, bro. Cut it out.
Niggas be saying anything nowadays, bro.
Bro, Ryan was trying to find some type of angle for people to believe him, but it's like, bro, you caught. It is what it is. If you get caught by your girl in bed with another bitch, ain't nothing you gonna tell her that's gonna make her feel like you wasn't cheating. It's the same shit with the PEDs, bro. If you get popped, ain't nothing you gonna say that's gonna make people believe that you were innocent. Even if you took it unknowingly, ain't nothing you gonna do to convince these people that you took it unknowingly. That's why you gotta be responsible.
Man, Mark was taking PEDs when he was wrestling back in the days. When he wrestled me, bro, I don't know. Shit was crazy.
You talking about when I was 8 years old?
Yeah, he was taking PEDs, bro. I've never seen a 8-year-old look like Ron Coleman.
What? Man, I look like the exact opposite of Ron Coleman. Nigga, I was fat.
Nigga look like Benavidez.
That is, bro. My son funny as shit. He's just staring at the computer screen. He don't know what he looking at. He funny, man.
Yo, Micah, do me a solid, right? If you become a boxer when you're older, whoop on David Benavidez, son. Please. I need that.
I'm about to put the camera on you. Let me see. Oh,
Micah, I need that.
yeah. Look at you, baby.
Yo, Micah, I need that. You know what I'm saying?
Talk.
he's
He be mad as shit.
he's like, what the fuck is that? He's like,
Yeah.
nah.
He don't like cameras, bro. He do not like cameras for shit.
Nah, I seen that. I seen the story you posted. He looked angry. He was looking at you like, bro, like for real.
That shit is hilarious.
Nah, that's funny.
He said, "What?" Yeah, Ralph. I remember I said this. I didn't cheat. Only released 0.4% of semen in her.
She
Yeah,
didn't, man, she didn't, she
Well,
didn't,
only
she
sucked
didn't,
half of his dick.
yeah, nah, she didn't blaze him. She only gave him head. Like what?
Stupid asses. Bella said Ryan been wanting that that fight. Wanting to fight TO2. He just Dev and Cord. He not fighting neither one. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, he don't want to fight neither one of them. Because remember, this how much of a liar Ryan Garcia is. And this is why it confuses me why he has fans. For one, he's a fucking racist. So if you're a black Ryan Garcia fan, that's crazy. It says a lot about your character. Second of all, if you go and you fight, second of all, this nigga's a drug cheat. So if you're a fan of an active drug cheat in the sport of boxing, I question whether you are a fan of the sport of boxing. That's second of all. Then this nigga, he's a fucking, even his girl, his fucking wife exposed him on those little streams he be doing. But this nigga always lies. That's what he does. This nigga's such a coward. He gotta lie about everything. So he tells Shakur, you ain't man, I'm gonna go down to 140. I'm gonna take your belt. You know what I mean? Fuck a catch weight. I want your belt. I'm gonna go down and get your belt, right? Shakur like, bet. Bring your ass down here. I got no problem fighting you. This ain't gonna go do a stream talking about, man, yeah. You know, he wants me to come down to 40. You know what I mean? Like, basically, like, Shakur trying to do some type of advantage over him. Nigga, you the one who said you was gonna come down and wait to take his belt.
Like, you went out your way to go say some dumb shit.
Yeah.
You didn't have to say all that. You could have just said good fight.
That ass, bro. Like, you could have been like, yo, you know what Ryan should have did? Bro, whenever you come up to 147, I'll be waiting for you. I can't make for you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he should have just said something like that.
Right.
Just be like, oh, all right, you know what I mean? It is what it is. They're in different weight classes. But no, you said you was going to come down to 40 to take his belt off of him. And now you want to make it seem like Shakur trying to do you dirty to catch weights. And, nigga, you said you was going down to the weight. Nigga, stop fucking lying, bro. Nigga always be lying. I remember when he got caught with the PED. I don't even take vitamins. I don't even take vitamins. Nigga would say that. Then he was like, oh, you know, I did take ashwagandha. Maybe they were contaminated. Oh, the strength and conditioning coach gave me something. Oh, snack. It was snack. You know, they work with Vada. This nigga had 1,000,001 excuses, but pled guilty in that motherfucking courtroom.
He's bugging.
Like, if you truly felt like you was innocent or you felt like something that you had was contaminated, first of all, you would have turned to them. You would have turned the fucking supplements in.
And then you would have took it to trial.
And then you would have been like, I'm fucking innocent. And you would have fought that shit out. But you didn't. He knew what it was, bro. That the writing was on the wall for real. And everybody thought the nigga was on drugs in the lead up to the fight, but they thought it was recreational. No, nigga. He was on that motherfucking performance enhancement drugs, not the recreational drugs. Niggas thought he was on coke, pills. They thought he was on something. No, he was on that motherfucking eye string. Ryder and make weight versus Dev. Yeah, of course he didn't. But the fact that he said he want to go down and take Shakur belt, that makes me feel like he could probably make 140, but he strategically chose not to against Dev. They had some type of advantage. Like Ryan he's a coward, bro. Like I don't know how niggas be back in his play. He's super pussy, bro.
Bro, he's a fucking dork. Bro, that nigga,
And now
bro, that
everybody,
nigga was chugging a beer before the weigh-in.
yeah, like everybody glazing him because he a fucking world champion now. Like, bro, first of all, this nigga got his first world title. He was 28 years old. First of all. Second of all, you've been through 3 different weight classes and you just got your first belt. Three fucking weight classes, you just got your first belt.
Yeah, Virgil. Take
And
some
then
notes, nigga.
to get your belt, you fought the weakest champion in the sport of boxing today. Fuck 47. That nigga was the worst champion.
In boxing history.
Champion. I don't know. I gotta do my research on boxing history. But at this very moment, nigga, he was the most ass champion. Like out of everybody that was, active champs, bro. This nigga was literally 0-2 in title defenses, bro.
Yo, that's Hall of Fame shit nowadays.
Shit. 88 Sports Talk said he turned pro in 2016, and this is his first title. Facts. Facts. This niggas done became 3-4 weight class world champions before this nigga won 1 belt. You fucking bum. Then you got you won against the biggest turkey, bro. You were so happy you beat a turkey for your belt, bro.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That's that Philly lingo is funny. Turkey, that's funny as shit.
Yeah, like
Nigga
and
said
Philly,
you
I
beat
mean,
the biggest turkey.
yeah, like if you turkey, that mean like you pussy,
You
like
soft and pussy, yeah.
like come on, bro.
Yeah, it's like back in the day being called a chicken. Oh, you chicken?
Yeah, exactly. Look, they gassing up Manny Pacquiao because he beat up Bull. He's so hurt. Name the bums. Big Soldier MX said, name the bums like Barrios in boxing history, Mazuma.
Let's look it up. We can look that up, I'm pretty sure.
Nigga, Charles Martin up there, bro. Like, we talking about, like, worst champions. This nigga Charles Martin lost the belt as soon as he got it.
Well,
Let me
there's
see.
been a lot of fighters who've done that, but they've been, you know what I mean?
Let me see. I'm going to look up worst champs in boxing history.
And then let's look up best champs in boxing history, like the best.
Oh, we already know that.
Who that?
The best champions in boxing history?
No, like the top dog though. Who the top dog?
It will probably be Joe Louis.
Joe Louis?
Yes. That nigga had like 22 title defenses, bro.
Oh yeah.
This nigga was champion for like a decade. Like I forgot how long, but I know he had like 22 title. He's the longest reigning heavyweight champion in boxing history. Probably like Henry Armstrong. It's a few, bro. A lot of them niggas from back in the days, they was different.
Bro, imagine banging out for 28 rounds.
That's crazy.
Pause.
It's crazy.
Nigga, Jack Johnson was wilding.
That was a different set of rules too.
Yo, there was rumors that, well, nigga, I'm over here saying there was rumors like if I was there. But yeah, I heard right on a documentary that he was ducking Sam Langford.
I said a lot of niggas was ducking Sam Langford though.
Yep, him, Jack Dempsey.
Yeah, I had heard Jack Dempsey ain't want no work with Sam Langford. What do you got as the worst champion? John Ruiz, hell yeah, that nigga was trash. That shit, Tony Tucker. Shit, Broner, one of them.
Nah, but he was a 4 division champ. He get a pass.
Man, that nigga suck. Every
Nah, he
division,
get a pass though.
that nigga suck. He the worst 4 division champion ever. Nigga said Bella said Baron check. Yeah, that nigga suck.
You think, yo, imagine if Broner did bare knuckles.
Anthony Durrell? Did Anthony Durrell even win a world title? AB was a Hall of Famer though. Nigga, where? Nigga, where? Where the fuck he a Hall of Famer at? Who he beat to be a Hall
Who
of
the
Famer?
fuck said that? Reeve?
No, Big Soldier.
Oh,
Like, I get that he won titles in 4 divisions. Like, that's
a
impressive.
Hall of Famer? And then you said was a Hall of Famer. So what, he got took down? They said, nah, fuck this nigga.
Nigga, who the fuck did AB beat, bro? Like, literally, his best win is probably Malignaggi, bro.
If that's your best win, oh man.
K9 was definitely ass. Cornelius Bundridge was definitely ass. Nice. Benavidez beat Durrell. He beat Anthony Durrell. Yeah, I'm sorry. I be getting Andre and Anthony mixed up sometimes. Andre Durrell was the one who got beat up by Jose Euskadi. Anthony Durrell, the one who got sparked by Caleb Plant and stopped by Benavidez and all that. Gabe Rosado, he was never a champion. He was a number 1 contender, but he was never a champion.
Did he go to bed? Go to bed.
Yeah, Ralph. So, David Benavidez, he won his WBC title back after beating Durrell. Yeah, that's true. Like I said, I got Anthony and Andre mixed up. Lewis Crocker, we gotta let him actually. We gotta see how Lewis Crocker actually does with the world title, though. He might do some good shit. But based off of what I've seen, he definitely not impressive.
No, Lewis Crocker's the GOAT.
Yeah, I hate when y'all niggas bring up Broner, bro. 'Cause that shit is getting me mad. That nigga resume suck, bro. Every nigga, like, in terms of who he fought, he got a good resume. But in terms of who he beat, shit, super dookie, bro.
I remember you said that was your favorite fighter. No, I'm trolling.
Shit. Who the fuck told you that? You ain't hear that from me?
Ree said that.
Yeah, Ree said that, not me. Shit. Fabio Wortley. Too early to say, man. Because if he go ahead and he sparked Daniel Dubois, that's a good win. Is it safe to say Ryan one of the worst champs?
Yes.
See how the way he carried the belt. What makes you a bad champion is how the way you handle being a world champion. Like, if you lose the belt as soon as you get it, like, that's just crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Rolly literally, nah.
Rolly ain't even defending this shit yet.
He really did.
So
But he a 2-division champion.
yeah.
Pitbull, Billy Joe Saunders. You know who was a trash ass world champion? Ishai Smith. That nigga.
I don't
Trash.
know what it is.
He was signed with Mayweather Promotions. He was at 154. They
You
pretty
think
much get a world title.
you would have stopped him, Mark?
Shit. Say no. Let me stop playing with Ishai. He could fight. But he's definitely a trash ass champion though. That nigga sucked, bro. Robert Easter, hell yeah, that nigga was garbage, bro.
Nah, Robert Easter was the shit.
I don't know what the fuck he wasn't, bro.
He was.
I seen a nigga fight with my own eyes. That nigga sucked, bro. I went to Reading just to watch that nigga fight. I went to that Santander Arena and I witnessed pure ass in the flesh, my nigga.
Nigga said I witnessed pure ass in the flesh. That's hilarious.
That was a fucking waste of time. Cause you know, like Reading like an hour and some change from Philly. So I'm like, yeah, we about to see some good fight. Nigga, we sitting ringside and all, bro. Oh my god. Sergio
That's the firefighters. Yes, sir.
Got my son jumping in the bed, bro. So I can't stand them bitch ass firefighters, bro. Hate them niggas. But Nick Ball, I mean he beat Raymond Ford technically.
Not really.
It was controversial, but yeah, he was trying to cherry pick. Yeah, he was trying to cherry pick so like he could hold that belt for as long as he could. They thought he caught Brandon Figueroa slipping. That nigga Figueroa turned that clock back and beat the shit out of Nick Ball.
But that was so happy watching Nick Ball just going crazy.
I had an amateur show at my gym, so I didn't get to see it live. Well, one of my dad fighters came up to me and was like, "Yo, Nick Ball just got knocked out." I was like, "What?"
I think Ralph. That's who Ralph got. Nick Ball or somebody got Nick Ball. Not on the floor.
Hate that nigga, bro. They robbed this nigga Ralph. Yeah, Ralph. He was about to get timed out for that. Nigga said they robbed Robert Easter against Mikey. What?
Damn, Ralph, you should have kept it going for a little bit.
That would have been a 5-minute timeout. You would have got the maximum timeout for that shit. That nigga Robert Easter got the shit beat out of him by Mikey. Real bad. Nigga got dropped. Nigga whole face was swolled up. Yo, Mikey whooped both of them niggas, bro.
Man, no cap though. They robbed what's this nigga's name? Fuck it. My joke went out the window. Fuck it. I forgot this nigga's name. Valdez. Fuck.
They robbed Valdez against who?
Navarrete in the first fight. That was a bad joint. Nah, I'm trolling.
Yo, that nigga Navarrete beat the shit off Valdez, bro. Yeah, stopped him in the second John. That shit's crazy. Jermaine Ortiz a bum now? That's crazy.
Who said that?
Big Soldier MX. That nigga said Jermaine Ortiz a bum now.
I could time him out for a minute.
Oh shit. Keith versus Fundora robbery of the year. Y'all niggas playing, bro. Y'all niggas, I don't know what y'all on. Y'all tripping. Bro.
Nah, yo, no bullshit, yo. If they wouldn't have stopped that fight, bro, Earl would have stopped Bud.
Y'all niggas need help.
Bro, it was just getting spicy.
No, it was just getting dark.
That's funny.
Mario was an okay fighter. Yeah, he alright. He ain't terrible. He not elite though, in my opinion. Hashtag fire that ref. Shoot. Trick said is Ortiz versus Bachram a good fight to make because it seems like the champs are all tied up. Yeah, I like that fight. I like Ortiz versus Bachram. Hell yeah. It's a good fight. I like Bachram versus Abbas Barao. I like Abbas Barao against either one of them niggas. I want to see Virgil Ortiz versus Bachram. Virgil Ortiz versus Abbas. I want to see Abbas versus Bachram. Yeah, good Jones.
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Go to bed.
Ortiz ducking Lubin right now, bum. That nigga Lubin need to chill. You need to go do something else, bro. I'm talking all that bullshit. But I'm glad Lubin got stopped. You know why?
Yo, I need Lubin to go start selling cars for CarMax.
Nah, bro, real shit though. You know why I'm glad Lubin lost? Because this nigga in the lead up to that Virgil fight was acting like he didn't want to give. Like there was like he was saying like after he beat Virgil that he just gonna go straight after Fundora. Like he not worried about Boots. Like Boots don't do nothing for him and shit like that. Like that wasn't a fight that he really cared about. Like he wasn't gonna give Boots no opportunity, no way. So I'm glad that nigga got smoked in 2 rounds because you was going to win, and then you was going to act like, you know what I mean, you was too big for that fight.
Yo, Lubin went out hilarious against Jermel.
That was
Yo, like he fell straight down and then like rolled to the left. Like that shit was hilarious. That was bad too. How old was Lubin? Like 22?
Shay said, I feel you, but why would you fight Boots, which is a hard fight and no belt? Same reason Virgil was going to fight him. Same reason why Virgil was going to fight him. Because it was a big, meaningful fight for the 154-pound division. And there's money on the line. Them niggas is getting paid. Lubin would have got paid if he fought Boots.
Yo, what if we have another Lubin Jermel situation with Xander and Boots?
Shit, that'd be crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll be mad as fuck.
Man, I don't care how fast that fight ends, bro. As long as Boots got his hand raised, I'm cool. Ortiz versus Brandon Adams is also a good one. That is a good one. That is a good one. But I think Brandon Adams caught up. I think he got a fight already lined up.
Go to bed, Kaylee.
He fucked Sergey Boychuk up so bad in that last fight. Whooped him. My God, Josh Kelly played it smart and ducked Boots. That's funny as shit. He played it smart and ducked Boots. He really did.
Nigga said Jermaine's a bum now. That's still in my head.
Man, Jermaine got to prove himself, man. He got to bounce back. That's all.
I mean, I'm gonna say this: he was robbed twice, so I'll say that's cool. This one, he actually got fucked up.
This nigga trolling. He said that's what champs are made of. We on the Josh Kelly train. What the? Oh, that is crazy. Jermaine got to work on his fundamentals. Okay. Jay said, I just seen something about Kelly fighting Fundora. I don't think it's true, though. Hey, man.
If Josh Kelly starches Fondora, I'll be happy.
Bachman versus Madrimov. That's a good. Yeah, that's a good fight too. But we gotta see what's
Y'all want
left.
Madrimov to get
Madrimov,
fried.
Madrimov been bullshitting. I don't know what's up with his health.
Y'all want to see Madrimov get fried.
Yeah, bro. But I'm about to get up off of here, man. My son fell asleep. I gotta get up for work tomorrow. So, y'all got any last words for the people, son?
Wilder in 8. That's it.
All right. All right, then, man. Yo, listen, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through and showing love as always. Y'all could go ahead and hit the like button on the way out. That'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,400 mark. Looking to crack that 3,500 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mind for making this possible. I'll be back at y'all with another live tomorrow night to be giving our post-fight reaction to Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora and the undercard as well. But until then, I hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.